How well aware are you of yourself? Really, though, although we should be the ones who know ourselves the best, we frequently discover that our loved ones are the ones who point out characteristics of our personalities that we hadn't even noticed about ourselves. Self-reflection is crucial to personal growth, and there are several things you should understand about yourself. There are a lot of things to learn about oneself, but there are some simple questions you can ask to see how much you know about yourself, and what areas you might like to spend a bit more time exploring. Know each one of these. If not, this could be the ideal opportunity to do so and start getting to know yourself a bit better. 1. Know your strengths. Knowing what you excel at allows you to complete more tasks in less time. You feel as though you are in flow when you are doing something that you excel at. It doesn't seem like much effort. You most likely make the most money using your strengths. Owning your strengths will help you to capitalize on them and enhance them. Consult with others if you are unsure of your strengths. Ask your friends to describe your strengths to you. Start compiling compliments that others have said about you. I just received a compliment about my patience from one of my tutored pupils. That is definitely going on my list. 2. Be aware of your vulnerabilities. You must acknowledge your imperfections if you want to love yourself wholeheartedly. Accepting your flaws entails recognizing your shortcomings and giving up on trying to improve them. Because of our shortcomings, we tend to be harsh on ourselves. It's critical to realize that flaws are perfectly normal. When you concentrate on something like your strengths, you are obligated to give that other thing, like your weaknesses, less time and attention. Fixing your flaws takes time away from time you could be using to build your strengths. Delegate your shortcomings instead. Allow others who are skilled in the areas you lack them to assist you. Furthermore, you shouldn't blame yourself for your weaknesses. Just be aware of your flaws and take steps to minimize any harm they can possibly cause. For instance, I'm terrible at timing and estimating. I frequently go over my allotted time when I complete work by myself. I have to make a plan to arrive 15 to 30 minutes early when I meet folks. Otherwise, I'd be running behind schedule or would be stressed out about it. 3. Know your passions. Doing more of what you enjoy and less of what you find repulsive is one approach to appreciate yourself. How are you going to pursue your passions more if you don't know what they are? I keep a list of the aspects of each career that I have had that I both love and hate. I can adjust my job route with the help of this knowledge. Each time I moved employment, I discovered a position that had more of the things I loved and fewer of the things I detested. If you're unsure of where to begin, get ideas from my book Fearless Passion or my most recent blog post on how to find your passion in life. 4. Your values. What is significant to you? What kind of work are you averse to doing? Why? I like to think of values as a personal code that directs how you act and react in a wide range of situations. They give you a fundamental set of guidelines for how to create your life and job moving ahead. They serve as the cornerstone of your individual productivity. They offer the guide for pursuing your why. The value of experiences over things is one of my key values. I constantly consider how a physical thing will either improve my experiences or take away from them before making a purchase. I also appreciate minimalism. Not always, but rather activities that maximize the use of my time and energy, are what I'm searching for. I'm always looking for methods to cut down on the amount of choices I have to make each day or the number of steps in a certain procedure. What are your guiding principles? 5. Your motivators. What motivates you to behave voluntarily and enthusiastically? Understanding your motivations in detail is essential if you wish to work for yourself. Is it financial, collaborative work, investing more time in your family, competition, supporting others, fixing a significant issue? Your driving forces are how you embody your why and behave in accordance with your ideals. Your new boss will serve as your motivation. In addition, you'll need to know how to use your motivations as a sustainable source of energy while you create your ideal lifestyle. I don't spend a lot of money. It's one of my driving forces. To become more focused on utilizing my morning, peak performance period, I just made the decision to test out a co-working place, as described above. A month costs $185. Since I want to make the most of my money, I know I'll visit there every day. What drives you to do the work you do? 6. Learning methods. Once you graduate from college or acquire a graduate degree, learning new skills doesn't end. Learning happens outside of formal educational settings as well. If you want to succeed in our ever-changing economy and work on your terms, you will need to continually pick up new skills. Due to the fact that the manner we were taught to learn in school did not correspond with our own learning styles, many of us develop a phobia of learning. Never once were we offered a choice. I don't recall ever being urged to identify my preferred method of learning. Reading books, paying attention to lectures, and completing homework assignments helped me learn. Someone taught me how to learn. I memorized things by heart for the most part. Although I was raised to believe that having excellent marks would inspire me, as an adult I've come to understand that the chance to experiment and come to my own conclusions drives my innate desire to study. Why do you want to learn something new? Perhaps you enjoy trying new things and learning from your errors as I do. You can also be motivated by something quite else. It would be torturous to be had to sit alone and do an assignment because many people learn better in collaborative settings. For those who detest reading, listening to lectures or classes on audio is their preferred method of learning. It's possible that you learn best visually and want examples of how topics are presented in various settings. If you want to acquire a new talent, formal certification under the guidance of an instructor might be your thing. If not, you might be happy to watch a series of videos on YouTube at your own pace. Your method of choice is irrelevant as long as it is consistent with your goals and unique learning preferences. 7. Your habits. Your routines are the best indicator of how you spend your time, money, and energy. Your habits collectively make up your lifestyle. As a result, developing the proper habits is crucial if you want to start working for yourself. As you rebuild your lifestyle, you must first evaluate your habits and choose which ones to keep, reinforce, or modify. Habits are the driving force behind changing one's lifestyle. Changing habits is the first step in losing weight, quitting a habit, and paying off debt. All done. Although forming new habits might be extremely difficult, once they do, they can significantly ease your life. I advise keeping track of the following behaviors to help you tailor your lifestyle around your particular purpose: how you spend your time, money, personal energy, and emotions. 8. Your possessions and skills. Most of us restrict our understanding of what we are capable of to the talents and experiences shown on our resumes. In order to create your ideal lifestyle, you must evaluate a much wider range of your skills in both your professional and personal lives. Your innate talents, strengths, marketable, hard skills, interpersonal, soft skills, life experiences, unique job projects, hobbies, and life skills comprise your abilities, according to me. 9. Your personality. Your personality, in my opinion, may best be described as your innate propensity and inclination for engaging with others and the outside environment. You will be able to operate more effectively and attract the right kind of individuals if you are aware of the peculiarities in your personality. If you've never taken one, you might want to think about doing so. The Myers-Briggs evaluation is perhaps the most popular, and readily accessible, standard out of the many available ones. Regarding self-evaluations, I believe that they should be used to help you develop your self-awareness practice rather than serving as a rigid definition of who you are. Use caution when interpreting them. 10. Your capacity for empathy. There is a school of thinking that contends that emotional intelligence, as opposed to IQ, may be a more accurate predictor of success. Your ability to control your emotions, how well you communicate with others, your capacity for empathy, and how well you can concentrate are all indicators of your emotional intelligence, EQ. These are all essential skills to preserve an independent existence. By becoming more conscious of how you respond to people, you can start developing your EQ. This will enable you to gauge how effectively you comprehend others' needs and teach you how to prevent potentially violent outbursts. Another thing to think about keeping an eye on is your capacity for delaying gratification to get a better idea of how well you can concentrate, cope, and maintain your motivation.